If you are just joining us, too, at halftime, the homestanding Knights are ahead. They are leading after the first 24 minutes of play, 31-18, the halftime score. And Crestview will be getting the ball to start the third quarter. They kicked it off to the Aces to start the game. So they will have the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Our live stream coverage underwritten tonight by the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Want to thank them so very much for their continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast on Hicksville Community Television. As we are just about done, we're almost, but not quite, ready to wrap up what has been a very, very busy week here at Hicksville Community Television. This week is the Defiance County Fair has been going on this week, and we do coverage from out at the fair. The Junior Fair Board asked us to do some of the livestock shows, so we were out at the fair on Sunday for the swine show, and Monday for the beef show, and Tuesday for the sheep show. And then today they had the livestock sale, the big auction, so we were there for that. And we were also out there Monday night. They have the annual parade of bands and the introduction of the 4-H royalty and so forth, antique tractor parade. It's a big to-do to sort of kick off the fair on day number 3. And then we had the Extreme Cheer Challenge that we covered on Wednesday. And then we're going to be back there to wrap up this long week tomorrow night with live stream coverage of the Demolition Derby starting at 6 p.m., which will be on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. We do some of our live streams on our YouTube channel, and we do some of them on the Facebook page. That's because we have some people that don't get YouTube or don't get we have people that say they like the YouTube channel better, or they like but whatever the case may be. So the lights come on inside the press box, too, which is nice, because in my older age, it gets tougher for me to read the rosters sometimes when it gets really dim and kind of dark. So we appreciate the throwing a little light on the subject. And, of course, as our Aces fans and followers and subscribers to the YouTube channel know, we follow the Aces for the football season. We endeavor to do all 10 of the regular season games on our YouTube channel with the live streams. And, hopefully it'll be a good enough year that the Aces will make it to postseason play. And thanks to the generous underwriting support of the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, we're usually able to tag along on the for the postseason action as well. And while we are doing that, also, again, I mentioned the Facebook page. We'll be doing the home volleyball games, matches, on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. So lots of Aces sports action on live stream coverage on HIX-TV on our various platforms. And we also try to work in some junior high action as well. We try to cover all the varsity action and as much as possible, JV and sometimes the freshmen. We did a triple header for the volleyball squad last night with the freshmen and the JV and the varsity matches all live streamed on our Facebook page. We try to work in some junior high action too. And get a chance for the younger kids to showcase their skills, get a little FaceTime on the live stream coverage. So we do appreciate all of you who follow, like, and subscribe, and hit the button hit the bell for the notifications. We appreciate all of that a great, great deal. We really do. Final seconds ticking off, and we're about ready to get this second half of football underway. And again, it's the Crestview Knights leading the Aces here at halftime, 31-18. The halftime score, Aces down by 13. Not an insurmountable lead for Aces fans. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments have been made on both sides of the football, because I'm sure that the Crestview coaching staff has not been sitting idly by in the halftime locker room either. So it'll be interesting to see just what adjustments both teams have made during halftime.
Start our second half of tonight's contest. Number 13, Brody Balzer prepares to kick off.
And again, it'll be Balzer kicking off to the Knights to get the second half underway. Jackson is the deep man for Crestview. Here we go. And there's the kick, and this one is airborne. It rolls, and it is scooped up. Jackson, a little bit of a, and he doesn't get much in the way of forward progress. He gets taken down at about the 20-yard line. So Rodriguez takes him down, and the Knights will start 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. 11:54 as we are ready to get underway. Crestview with a 1st and 10 from their own 20, which I think is one of the farthest back on their own side of the field that they've started an offensive drive yet this evening. Ace's defense set and ready to go. And it'll be 1st and 15 for Crestview. Play clock winding down to 10 seconds as the Knights break huddle. And we're going to have timeout called. They evidently were taking too long getting out of the huddle, and the coaches saw that play clock counting down, and they call timeout. That'll be the first timeout of the second half for the Knights. It comes with just 9 seconds into the start of the second half, so pretty sure they didn't want to have to torch a timeout this early in the half, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. They'd already been backed up 5, and they didn't need to get another 5 tacked on for a delay of game, or to have somebody hurry and try to get a ball off before everybody was set and ready to go and possibly have some kind of disastrous play result. So they use the timeout, and we'll get ready to get back in action. Again, it'll be 1st and 15 from the 15 for the Crestview Knights, from their own 15. And a nice strong carry right up the middle, still on his feet, a nice hole. He's off to the races. I don't think anybody's going to get him. Nick helped. Going 85 yards into the end zone, but we've got flags on the field, so Knights fans, hang on for a second. We'll see if it stands. And it's going to be against Crestview, so they're going to bring it back. What a great run from Nick Helt as he found a seam and just burst through the. So it'll still be 1st down. And do we have a player down on the field? Oh, they got him up, okay. So the ball will come back. And they're going to mark it 10 yards from the spot of the foul. The foul, they're saying, took place on the 35-yard line. So that will move the ball back to the 25-yard line. And that will leave the Knights now with a 1st and 5. So 1st and 5 from the 25-yard line for Crestview. And a scrum towards the middle of the field. And looks like they advanced the ball out.
Ward on the keeper.
About the 28-yard line.
3-yard pickup for
Quarterback keeper for Jaden Ward on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 2. Quick handoff and battling his way towards the 1st down marker.
number 44, Donovan Reed.
That was
3-yard pickup.
Donovan Reith,
Down by a host of aces. Enough for a Knight first
but
down.
Reith gets enough to move the chains. Ward airing it out. He's got a man open, and it's just through his hands. The pass intended for Hunter Rothgub. And that's about as close as you can come without actually being able to catch the ball. Went right through his hands, a diving attempt. So, incomplete pass, stops the clock. 10:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. It will be 2nd and 10 now from the 31-yard line. And Rothgeb has to make the long run back to the line of scrimmage after going down field a ways. Ward, hands off. And the handoff to Helt. And Helt looks like he's going to pick up about 3 out to about the 34-yard line. So that'll be 3rd and 7 for the Knights. And evidently they're pausing the game because they thought they saw lightning, and they're pausing to assess the situation. And up here in the press box, everybody's getting on their weather apps to take a look at the satellite. So we will see. I'll call up the very latest here from Convoy, Ohio. And according to the radar that I'm looking at, there are some storms, but they're well to the south of us. Down around Salina, which is a ways south. So we'll hold on here.
If I called your name, please come to the press box and pick up your chance.
10:29 to go here.
As we are in a official stoppage while they wait to determine what they're going to do. Again, they thought they saw some lightning in the sky, but again, the radar that I have access to here is indicating that the storms are very, very far to the, are way to the south of us. So we'll wait and see here. So we will wait and see what is going to happen. Again, we'll update you a little bit on some of the things that are going to be coming up here on Hicksville Community Television. Tomorrow, we will be wrapping up our coverage from the 2021 run of the Defiance County Fair at the fairgrounds in Hicksville, Ohio. With the Demolition Derby, that takes place in front of the grandstand. If you want to come out to the fairgrounds on Saturday, the gate price is only $2 for the day, and kids under 12 get in for free. And the Demolition Derby in front of the grandstand starts at 6 o'clock, and we'll be there with the coverage for you here on Hicksville Community Television. We'll have that live stream on our Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. And then we're going to take Sunday off. I'm ready for a break. So, Monday is the first day of school for Hicksville Exempted Village Schools. And they always have some special stuff planned, primarily for the elementary kids. If you're not familiar with Hicksville schools, they are a preschool through 12. It's all inclusive. They have K through 12. So they have an elementary wing and a junior high wing and a high school wing. And so that'll be the first day of school. And there's some junior high volleyball we're hoping to cover on Monday afternoon starting at 5 o'clock, as the junior high girls will be hosting North Central for a 7th and then an 8th grade match. On Tuesday, I'm going to see if I can twist Brian's arm to come with me out to Aces Field, the high school football stadium, for some junior high football action against Ayersville at 5 o'clock. And if not, we've also got junior high volleyball hosting Eastside out of Indiana at 5 o'clock on Tuesday as well. So, all right, that's good news. In case you did not hear that, the officials have just announced that after reviewing, they have determined that the raining, the weather and the storms, whatever, are not any type of threat to the field here at Crestview, and therefore the game will go on, which is really good news. So here we go. It is 3rd and 7 from the 34-yard line from the Knights. Man in motion. JJ dropping back to throw. He gets away from one defender, puts the ball in the air. It's going to be way out of bounds and incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. It looked like he was trying to dial up Aiden Lichtensteiger for the as his receiver, but he overthrew him by about 8 or 9 yards. I mean, it was well out of bounds. So 10 minutes exactly now on the third quarter clock after the incomplete pass. 4th and 7. And the Knights are going to drop back to punt. And the Aces are going to get ready to get the football back. Down by 13. There's the kick, end over end, and the Aces are just going to let it bounce. And the Knights will down it at about the 34-yard line of the Aces. And that's where Hicksville will take over, 1st and 10. So they're actually going to say his foot was on the 35-yard line when he grabbed the ball. So that will be where the Aces start off. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Their own 35-yard line for their first offensive series of the second half. Again, trailing 31-18. Aces will break huddle, and here we go. So Klima works the shotgun. High snap, jumps up, gets it. Quick pass, caught. That's Balzer. Balzer, a little shake and bake move, and Balzer turns the corner, powers forward to about the 35-yard line, which was the line of scrimmage to begin with, and he gets brought down right about there. So no gain on the play. Well, maybe they'll give him a yard.
Short gain on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Good call, the middle linebacker. Wearing 54 now, so we believe that's Methville.
So 9:12 to go, clock rolling. 2nd and 10 for the Aces after the no gain running or pass play. Klima is going to put the ball in the air this time. Positive yardage. Nice move. And that's going to be, I think that's Baird. And Baird's going to get out to about the 40-yard line. So that'll move the chains for Hicksville. And we got an official timeout. We got an ace down on the, and that is Methvin, Nolan Methvin. And it looks like he might be cramping up. And on a hot, humid night like tonight, that's not to be unexpected. Trainers will go out to take a look at him. And again, we'll thank you for joining us while we got a timeout on the field for injured player. They pop him up. They'll march him off. Looking good. So Methvin will walk off under his own power. That's good. It looks like, again, he might have just, Charlie Horst cramped up a little bit. 8:54 left in the third quarter. As we've had a lot of starts and stops in this quarter. With worrying about possibly seeing some lightning in the distance and injured players and penalties. So here we go. Aces up to the line of scrimmage. They've got a 1st and 10 with the ball on the Knights' 40-yard line. Klima dropping back to pass again. Short one, and it's up in the air, almost intercepted. It was tipped up into the air and a diving catch attempted by Crestview, but it hits the turf, incomplete pass, and Aces fans can breathe a sigh of relief. Aces looking to close the gap on this 13-point deficit, staring them in the face right now. 2nd and 10. Klima, one back behind him. 3 out. Nope. Klima going to get taken down, and the ball is loose. Everybody's scrambling for it. They're saying it was Barton that put the hit on Klima. Trevor Barton. And ball popped loose, but the Aces were able to get it back under control, but not before they lose 6 yards to bring up 3rd and 16, move the ball all the way back to the 46-yard line. Klima, quick pass caught by Baird. Baird diving forward, and he's not going to make first down yardage, but he'll get close. Baird gets down to about the 34-yard line. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 4 for Hicksville. And again, decision time. 7:23, and well, not a much of a decision here. The Aces are going for it. Klima, quick, hit, and incomplete. They tried to snap the ball quickly and maybe catch the defense a little bit off guard, and the pass just a little bit off, and the intended receiver, I think, was Taylor, number 12, not able to catch it. So the incomplete pass means that the Aces turn it over on downs, and the Knights take over 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. 7:12 to go here in the third quarter. Crestview up by 13, and they've got the ball back on offense. High snap, but handled. Quick handoff. That's to Helt. Helt breaks free, and he gets knocked from behind. Fortunately, the block from behind was above the waist. Got him right about the shoulder pads. That was Balzer with the hit. That brings Helt down at about the 48-yard line of the Knights. But enough to move the chains and another first down for Crestview. Ward hands it off again. And this time they'll make it to just past midfield, make it the 49 of the Aces.
3-yard pickup on the play, brought down by number 20, Aaron Klima.
Klima getting in there for the tackle this time. And we've got another ace on the turf. I think that might be Baird, but I can't see for sure. As the Aces have their second injury timeout here tonight. Methin with the looked like a kind of a cramp a little bit earlier. Easy there, Brian. Tripping over the mic cord. So again, I can't really see because of the way the player is laying who is the one down on the turf. But hopefully nothing major. 6:36 to go here in quarter number 3. Is again, we've had number 11, so it's Kyler Baird. Okay. And yeah, they're popping him up right now as a matter of fact. So there goes Baird walking off under his own power. That's a good sign. Getting a little bit of help. It looks like he's got a looks like his left ankle is a little bit gimpy. So hopefully not too bad, as Kyler has been one of the driving forces for the Aces offense here so far tonight and doing a good job on defense too. So it'll be the Knights' ball, 2nd and 7 from the Aces' 49-yard line when we get back into play here. With 6:36 to go in the third quarter. As on the actual 9 p.m. right now, so we've been playing football for a couple hours. Less halftime, and then flags on the play. And that'll be another false start on the Knights. So that'll back them up 5 more to make it 2nd and 12. And that puts the ball back on the Crestview side of the 50-yard line. High snap, and it's loose on the turf, and the Aces fall on it, and they get the turnover. Hicksville recovers the fumble on the bad snap. Taylor with the recovery, as Ward could not handle the high snap that time. It bounced off his hands, hit the turf, and again, Aces dive on it. So that's the first turnover of the game, and it goes the Aces' way as they'll take over 1st and 10 on the Crestview 46-yard line. So the Aces looking to make something happen here and make this turnover count. 6:14 to go and just about halfway through our third quarter of play here tonight. Klima works out of the shotgun. Klima dropping back. Ball in the air. Caught. That's Bergman. Bergman makes a sweep and stays on his feet. Heads towards the sideline, and they'll take him out of bounds inside the 30. Looks like about the 27-yard line, but a flag on the field. So we'll see what's going on with that. And a bit of a conference with the officials going on out on the field right now. So The Knights are backing up, and they're going to wave it off. No flag. The play will stand. So the 19-yard catch and run from Bergman will stand. That'll move the chains. The Aces will have 1st and 10 from the Knights' 27-yard line with just under 6 minutes to go here in our third quarter. So the Aces with a fresh set of downs. One back behind Klima. He's got 2 out on either side of the line. And that's going to be a handoff to Balzer. He'll go straight up the middle. Pick up 4. To make it 2nd and 6 as they'll advance the ball to the 23-yard line. Klima, another handoff, and another positive gain. And again, Brody Balzer wearing number 13, pounding forward to give the Aces a 3rd and 1 and get into the red zone. This one's going to be and that was a direct snap to Balzer, who went nowhere, but after the play is whistled dead, the flags go flying, and I see Aces clapping. So we're going to see what happens here, because as I said, it looked to me like these flags flew after the play ended. Right now, it's 4th and 1 with the ball. Again, he only got back to about the line of scrimmage, the 18-yard line. So that's going to be on the Aces, a 15-yard personal foul. That'll move the ball back to the 33-yard line. Yep, and it'll make it a 4th and 16 now for Hicksville, because again it was a dead ball foul, so it was already 4th down. So the Aces at the 33-yard line, probably still in 4-down territory. They're down by 13, 4:12 to go in the third. And Klima in the shotgun. Klima gets the ball in the air, and it goes out of bounds. It was caught by one of the Knights players out of bounds, so it's not an interception, but it will be a turnover on downs, and Crestview will get the ball back. They'll have it 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in our third quarter. You're watching Aces football action on the HIX-TV YouTube channel and Hicksville Community Television. Glad to have you with us on this Friday night, week number 2 of the high school football campaign, as the Aces being entertained by the Crestview Knights. Crestview's going to run it right up the spout, keep it on the ground, keep the clock rolling. Pick up of 3. And that was Reith, number 44, with the carry. Again, a gain of 3. Get the ball out to the 36-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 7 for Crestview. Again, they can take their time, and the clock is on their side here, up by 13. They can afford to keep it rolling. Ward, man in motion. Ward gets the snap. Rolls out, puts the ball in the air. Off the hands, and incomplete, intended for Aiden Lichtensteiger. And Lichtensteiger could not hang on to it. Incomplete, and that'll make it 3rd and 7 for the Knights. 3:16 to go. And again, a handoff. I think that was to Helt. And Helt gets dropped for a loss. And that'll make it 4th and 11. And this deep in their end of the field, that'll bring out the punting unit for Crestview. So the Aces look to get the ball back and maybe get some good field position. Balzer drops back deep for the Aces. He's putting himself right about the 35-yard line. There's the punt. And it hits the back of one of the defenders going downfield for Crestview. Bounces off his back and rolls downfield a bit. The Aces falls on it. So we'll see whether they're going to give it to where Methvin touched the ball at the 46 or if it's going to be where it's touched the Crestview player at about the 40. They're going to put it at the 46. Okay. I'll be good with that. So Aces get the ball back. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. 2:32 to go in the quarter. They're down by 13, 31-18 the score. Here we go. Klima, quick throw, and it's going to be short-hopped. Deflected a little bit, it looked like, but either way, it sort of a dying swan, and it just cratered out and landed on the turf right at Bergman's feet. So make it 2nd and 10. Again, Klima looking. Klima's going to hold on to it himself. He tucks it under, and Aaron's going to get out near the 50-yard line before he's corralled by the Knights.
Going down by number 64, Dylan Barracol, and number 53, Wesson Ludwig. 3-yard gain on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 now for the Aces. High snap. Klima holds on to it, hands it off. And not enough for a first down, but more forward progress. As Balzer's going to get it to the 48-yard line. So 4th and 4 for Hicksville now with the ball resting at the Crestview 48-yard line. Dylan Barricklow, the defensive back, was responsible for those last 2 tackles against the Aces. They need 4. Klima puts it in the air. He's got his 4 yards and a little bit more as they'll go inside the 40. J.R. Mendoza makes the grab and gets to about the 38-yard line to move the chains for the Aces.
10-yard connection on the play gives the Aces 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So they put the ball actually at the 38-yard or the 39-yard line, where it is 1st and 10 Aces. With under a minute to go in quarter number 3. Klima again works out of the shotgun, and it goes over his head, and he's going to have to eat it again. And that time I think that the Knights might have got it. It looked like one of the Crestview players was diving in, and he might have slid underneath Klima to get his mitts on the football. But the officials say no, Klima retains possession. So again, the Aces kind of shoot themselves in the foot, and they'll back it up to their own 47-yard line now, where it'll be 2nd and 24. Ouch. They'll see if they can get one more play in before the 3rd quarter ends. Klima, high snap, but he hangs on to it. Klima, though, is going to get decked. That was number 50. Trevor Barton, who just clobbered Aaron Klima. It'll be 3rd and 29 for the Aces at their own 42-yard line when we resume action. The fourth quarter coming up right here on HIX-TV. While we've got the time here between quarters, again, we want to say a huge thank you to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, whether you're looking for something that's brand new or pre-owned, be it a car, truck, van, or SUV, you owe it to yourself to stop by. Check out the great selection they have on the lots at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships right in Hicksville, Ohio. Or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. Don't see what you're looking for? Let the folks at Jim Schmidt know what it is you're interested in. They always do their very best to find you exactly the car that you are looking for and one that will really fit and suit your family's transportation needs. It's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Again, that's Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. So proud to have them as our football broadcast underwriters here on Hicksville Community Television. Cannot thank them enough, especially when we make the road trips like we're doing tonight, because their underwriting support helps us a lot in making our traveling possible. So we've got 12 minutes to go in regulation, at least, in this football game. Aces are down by 13 heading into the fourth quarter. Crestview has 31 points on the scoreboard. The Aces 18, but Hicksville has the ball, although they've got a country mile to go. A 3rd and 29. Klima dropping back. Dumps it over the middle, and it's dropped. Bergman can't hang on to the pass, and they'll bring up 4th down and 29. It's on the Aces side of the field. I think they may have Bergman drop back and punt it away. 11:56 to go in the game. And Bergman getting ready to punt it to the Knights. Going back deep, number 20, Ronte Jackson. Bergman, it's a high, short punt. It's going to come down and take a Crestview bounce. That ball actually came down and hit at about like the 41 or 42-yard line and bounced towards the 45. And I think that's about where the Aces downed it, at the Knights' 45-yard line. So that's where Crestview will set up shop for this offensive series. It'll be 1st and 10, Crestview at their own 45-yard line, up by 13 on the Aces. And here come the Knights. Aces defense getting ready. Quick handoff. Up the middle he goes. Gain of about 5. So Helt gets him 6 more. Make it 2nd and 4. Clock rolling with about 11:15 left in the game here. J.J. Ward up under center. Ward rolling out, pitches it back. And, well, I couldn't tell. It looked like he might have been thinking about maybe throwing it, but does not matter. Whatever they had planned for Nick Helt doesn't matter. 2 Aces meet him back at near the original line of scrimmage and put him to the turf to bring up 3rd and 9 from the 46-yard line. Clock continuing to roll, but again, it's not a real concern for the Knights. Clock is on their side with that 13-point lead. Man in motion. JJ dropping back to throw. Scrambling now. Manages to evade one. Gets hit almost as he's thrown, but ball is caught. And into the end zone goes Ronte Jackson. So a 54-yard completion. Jackson goes into the end zone, and that makes it 37-18, and really puts the Aces in a tough spot. Going for the extra point to make it a 20-point advantage for the Knights. Kick is up and good. So it's a 20-point lead now for Crestview as they lead the Aces 38-18 with 10 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game. So the Aces going to have to play 10 minutes and 12 seconds of their A game of football if they want to stand any shot of getting back into this contest. Might need to have a few of those breaks go their way. So we'll see how things go. As again, Hicksville's got an uphill climb here to not have to put up with the long ride home and an 0-2 record to start the season. Take a little break there to wet my whistle with a little pull on my soda bottle. So the Aces getting ready to receive the kickoff from the Knights. Down 20. Again, the kicker for the Knights is Caden Kreischer. He's a senior, and he's done a great job tonight. There's no two ways about it. The Knights have done a good job tonight. Here's the kick. And that one's going to go towards the sideline and out of bounds. So with the ball going out of bounds, they'll throw the flag, and the Hicksville Aces will get the ball 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. With 10 minutes and 12 seconds to work with to see what they can do about erasing a 20-point deficit, or at least erasing part of a 20-point deficit. Here comes Hicksville onto the field. Klima working out of the shotgun. Klima dropping back, putting it in the air. Caught by Bergman. Bergman can't get away from the defender after he makes the catch, but he'll still move the chains and get the ball into Crestview territory down to the 48-yard line of the Knights. First and 10 for the Aces. Klima dropping back. Gets rid of it just in time. And it'll be a short gain, but Balzer makes the grab and picks up maybe a yard. At the very least, Balzer got back to the line of scrimmage, so at the very worst, it'll be 2nd and 10, but they're going to say 2nd and 9. And we've got another official timeout as we've got another player down on the field. Looks like this time it's one of the Crestview players. And again, hopefully, with the heat and the humidity and everything going on, hopefully it's just some dehydration, some cramping. We'll wait and see. We saw Methvin have to come off earlier, and he's back in the game. And haven't seen Baird back in, I don't think. It looked like he might have banged up his shin or his ankle, and they helped him off the field. But they'll work on the Crestview Knight. 9:28 to go in the contest here, and they'll stretch his leg out a little bit, and they'll get up and help him off the field. That was Trevin Barton. And he will have to come out for at least one play.
Play resumes. Hicksville have 2nd and 9 on the night, 47.
So we'll get back into action. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Aces. With the ball, really it's sitting like halfway between the 47 and the 48-yard line. We'll say 2nd and 9 from the 47. Klima takes the snap, drops back. He's throwing it downfield. He's going to overthrow Bergman, I think, or, well, maybe there's a reason why the flag gets thrown. Maybe there's a reason why Bergman couldn't get to the ball. We'll see what the officials are. It kind of looked like he might have been held. So Bergman, with his height and his speed, is a real threat as a receiver. And it looked like that they might have had a hold on him to prevent him from being able to get to the ball. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty against the defense for holding and an automatic first down for the Aces. They'll move the ball down to the 37-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Hicksville with 9:04 to go in the game. Klima. Again, Klima putting it in the air. It's caught and brought down almost immediately, but not before getting the ball out to about the 34-yard line. That was Hunter that made the grab for the defense and brings him down. Three out wide on the near side towards us. And a flag on the field. And that usually means a false start. So false start will move it back 5. And that'll make it 2nd and 12 for Hicksville. Klima. Hand off on the inside. And back to Balzer. Gets back to near what was the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 11. As they're almost back to the 37-yard line where they started this series of downs. So 3rd and 11. There we go. Klima dropping back in traffic, gets the ball away. Incomplete. Looks like he might have get bumped before he could let the ball go, or while he was letting the ball go. And that'll bring up 4th and 11 for the Aces.
Again, Marcus Lockett, please come to the press box. Marcus Lockett.
So the Aces getting ready for a 4th and 11 play. 4 down territory, obviously. They're down by 20. Klima gets the ball into the air, and it'll be out of bounds and incomplete, and the Aces will turn it over on downs. Balzer could not get to the football. It's incomplete, and again, it'll be a turnover on downs to the Knights. They'll take over 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. $7:25 to go, and Crestview would love to be able to just put together a kind of a sustained drive, keep it on the ground, keep that clock rolling. under center. And
To the outside, one man to beat.
and all the way down, that was Carson Hunter that got the handoff from Ward, and Hunter found a nice hole and then got out to the sideline, and he motors downfield. That'll move the chains as they're going to take it all the way down to the Aces. It looks like about the 18-yard line, 1st and 10, Crestview. 7:14 to go. Ward hands it off to Donovan Reith. And Reith will pick up 8. That'll make it 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
8-yard gain on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Got your ID on you? Leave that on the ground. We don't mind.
What was it? Such a same session.
So that'll get them 3 yards, take it down to the 7-yard line, where it will be 1st and goal for the Knights. Help with the carry. Only 3, but it's good enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, as we are just about halfway through this 4th quarter here at Crestview Field. Hunter, who's in at quarterback now, or at least he was under center for that play. Klima gets the stop for the Aces, but he'll pick up a yard to make it 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Second and goal now. Again, Carson Hunter. The ball carried by number 32, Isaac Klein. They've got the younger players in here towards the end of the game, so you'll have to bear with me if I have to stop every now and then and check names and numbers on the roster here. 5:05 to go, clock rolling. It's 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line for the Knights. They're up by 20, 38-18 over the Aces. Hicksville looking for the stop to get the ball back. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. So Crestview takes their 2nd timeout of the 2nd half with 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. When we get back into action, Crestview will have the ball. It'll be a 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Your cooperation in putting your trash in the nearest receptacle is greatly appreciated. Another good night shout out to all the sponsors in the fall sports program.
Next week, we will be back at Aces Field at Hicksville for week number 3 action on Friday night, as the Aces will be entertaining the Bombers from Eden before they get the GMC schedule underway. I don't have it in front of me here. I think week number 4, they open up with, I think it might be Wayne Trades. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get it wrong and confuse people. So But week number 4 will start the GMC campaign. And we still have one more week of non-conference action before then. So here we go, the Knights with a 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. And the ball loose on the field. There's a fumble on the play. And it was number 32, Isaac Klein, that fell on it. So that'll make it 4th and 13. And we'll see if the field goal unit comes out. The play clock down to 16 seconds. The game clock at 4:14. And Hunter gets the snap, and he's going to get taken down. I think that was Methvin that got him. So Carson Hunter takes the snap, and he'll get taken down by number 54 for the Aces, Nolan Methvin. And so that'll put the ball at the 25-yard line with 4 minutes exactly on the game clock, and the Aces will have the ball 1st and 10. So back on offense for Hicksville. 4 minutes to go in the contest. And movement, so I think it's going to back him up 5. Oh, nope, that's going to be on the defense, an illegal substitution resulting in an illegal formation. So that'll make it 1st and 5 for the Aces. So here we go. And they come up with the ball and into the end zone. So evidently a fumble in the melee right there at the line of scrimmage results in a turnover, and the Knights run it into the end zone. So a 30-yard touchdown on the strip ball for the Knights to make it 44-18. Play clock running down, but they finally get the right personnel out on the field. Down, kick is up. That one going to be short. So the younger kicker, I did not see his number. It'll be Vogel.
Crestview 44, Hicksville 18. 3:48 left in the game.
Nope, that was Kagan Bogle. I'm sorry. Kagan Bogle.
Knights fans, if you didn't get enough of the football activity tonight.
So the bottom line is the score remains 44-18. 3:48 to go. And this one pretty much all over but the shouting for the Aces here. And the Aces won't be doing a lot of the shouting. It'll be the Crestview fans shouting here tonight, as they're going to come away with a win. Again, the Aces will have some of their younger players out, give them some varsity playing time experience.
Number 9, Ashton Sennell. Number 13, Brody Balzer. And number 24, Grant Langham.
There's the kick. Gets scooped up. And that'll get out to about the 25-yard line or so. I think that was Balzer that made the. Yep, Balzer was the carrier. So Brody Balzer will return the ball about 14, 15 yards, get it out to the 26-yard line where the Aces will set up shop, 1st and 10. Hicksville still has all 3 of their timeouts. They can stop the clock if they want to. 3:41 left on the game clock. And again, the Aces down by 26. And rolling out. And Owen Stuckey, number 15, is in as the quarterback. Again, to get himself some experience. And he gets dropped for the loss. It's 2nd and 14 now. Ball at the 22-yard line. Clock rolling. Stuckey high snap, hands it off. Not much there. I think that was Wisecup that had the carry. Yep, Wisecup with the carry. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 14. So the Aces, with the younger players in the game here to finish it out. Stuckey hands it off. And I think that was Metz. Nope. It was Graber, excuse me. Bronson Graber, number 3. I thought it meant Metz, number 6, but it was number 3. Graber. And Graber makes it a 4th and 15, losing a yard to the 21. 4th down, and Aces will bring Jackson Bergman back out to punt the ball away. Clock continues to roll. And Bergman in no rush. They're getting another player out onto the field for the Aces. And they did not get him across the line of scrimmage in time. They throw the flag. It's a high snap, a short, or a high kick, a short kick. It comes to rest at the 44-yard line of the Aces, but there was a flag thrown because there was an Ace running onto the field, and I don't think he got across the line of scrimmage before the ball got snapped. So he was not set and ready. So Bergman may have to kick it again. But nope, Crestview is anxious to wrap this one up tonight too, so they're going to decline the penalty. Ball will be placed where it came to rest, the 45-yard line. And that's where the Knights will take over with 1:25 to go in the game, leading 44-18. Couple of knees should pretty much do it, I think. So here come the Knights. Up to the line. Carson Hunter, number 10, their backup. And that might be even different when Carson, they're going to run it up the middle. Did you get the clock rolling? And I think that's Ryan Sowers. Ryan Sowers is the quarterback now. He's a freshman, wearing number 9, bringing this game to a close for the Knights as we go under a minute. We'll wrap this one up quickly so we can pack up our stuff and head back home towards the friendly confines. So Sowers in at quarterback for the Knights. 39 seconds. Sowers pitches it out. And that was to number 32, Isaac Klein. Klein, a sophomore. And Klein gets it down to the 21-yard line. That'll move the chains. They'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains. And they'll fire it back up. And we're down to 15 seconds, so that might have well been the last play of the game. There's less time on the game clock than the play clock, so they don't really need to get this play off. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and they'll take a knee, and that'll do it. All zeros on the scoreboard. And your final score here tonight from Crestview High School, the Knights Field. It's Crestview defeating the visiting Hicksville Aces 44-18, the final score. Rough night for the Aces. They just had some really good offense, some really good passing, some really good running, but they just could not put it together, and they just could not keep the Knights out of the end zone tonight. So congratulations to the Crestview Knights picking up the victory in week number 2, and for the Aces, well, they'll fall to 0-2 on the season and look to bounce back next Friday when they're back at home hosting the Bombers from Eden. Hey, we want to say a big thank you once again to the athletic director and all the staff up here in the press box here at Crestview High School. We appreciate so very much them letting us come down here, giving us the space, allowing us to live stream the action from Knights Field. We have nothing but good things to say for them. It's a great facility, and we enjoy coming down here every other year. And we're looking forward to doing more of the same in the future. So, again, our hats off to the athletic department here at Crestview. We want to thank them so very much. Also, another thank you to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. And we'll throw out a quick thank you to both the bands. Good halftime show here tonight. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Again, our next football broadcast 1 week from today. It'll be the Eden Bombers at Hicksville, 7 o'clock. Our live stream coverage will start from Aces Field. And don't forget, our next live stream tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page, the Big Demolition Derby, to close out the Defiance County Fair. And with that, we're done. Last time for tonight, final score, Crestview 44 and Hicksville 18. With that, we're headed home. For Brian Williams running the iPad Pro camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television wishing you a good night and good sports.